Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, let's jump right in. Today, we're looking at the absolute fastest paths to generating income for beginners, focusing specifically on businesses you can start for under $2,000. We've got a treasure trove of data that maps out exactly how you can get started in the business world without breaking the bank. If you've got that entrepreneurial itch, but you're looking at your bank account and thinking, well, I only have a couple grand, you are definitely not alone. You see the headlines about millions raised for tech startups or the massive loans required to open a brick-and-mortar restaurant, and it's super easy to feel entirely priced out of the market. But what if your budget is strictly capped at $2,000? Can you still build something meaningful and profitable? The research says absolutely yes. Now, the U.S. Small Business Administration will tell you that most home-based businesses cost anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 to get off the ground. But we're aggressively capping our focus today at exactly $2,000. Why? Because we want to purposely isolate the lowest risk paths. The goal here isn't just to find cheap ideas, it's to find highly efficient, scalable business models where your $2,000 acts as a really powerful lever rather than a heavy anchor. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the under $2,000 promise, then dive into fast-track freelance services, quick digital hustles, local hands-on ventures, and finally, we'll wrap up with launching your first business. Let's get to it. Section 1, the under $2,000 promise. Listen, being a beginner definitely doesn't mean you have to settle for low profits. Just think about the numbers here. Dropshipping, that has a projected median income of $10,000 to $100,000 a year, or a walking tour guide pulling in $900 a week. Even online proofreading sits at a solid $20 to $30 an hour. The major takeaway here, low capital absolutely does not equal low return. Moving right along to Section 2, fast-track freelance services. If you want a really fast start with absolutely zero physical inventory, here are some of the most accessible, high-demand services you can offer right now as an independent contractor. Think about a freelance writer crafting content for blogs, or an online proofreader reviewing text for students and academics before publication. You've also got online transcription services, converting speech into text for the legal and medical fields. To get these off the ground, you essentially just need a decent laptop, a solid internet connection, and maybe a specialized software subscription. That's literally it. Let's zoom in on the personal virtual assistant for a second. By just leveraging basic communication, email, and time management skills, you can generate a really solid $15 to $30 an hour right from your computer. You're giving busy professionals the administrative relief they desperately need, and you never even have to step foot in a corporate office or pretend to laugh at your boss's jokes. And getting this started? Super manageable. It's just 3 rapid-fire steps. First, pick your niche. Maybe you specialize in helping real estate agents, or maybe podcasters. Second, take a tiny slice of that $2,000 budget and invest it in a dedicated VA training course to really sharpen those skills. And third, set up your online presence so clients can actually find and hire you. It's a beautifully streamlined process. All right, Section 3, quick digital hustles. Now, if you'd rather focus on selling products than your time, drop shipping is a fascinating model. It lets you run a full-scale e-commerce platform with minimal overhead and honestly, zero physical product handling. You are the middleman. You pick a niche, set up a platform, and partner with a supplier. When someone buys from you, the supplier ships it straight to them. Your startup capital goes entirely into building your website and marketing, not buying boxes of inventory that might just sit collecting dust in your garage. Or think about domain flipping. The concept is super simple, but the upside, massive. Take business.com, for example. That domain sold for an unbelievable $345 million in 2007. Now, obviously, you probably won't hit a multi-million-dollar jackpot on day one, but buying and flipping domains for a few hundred or a few $1,000s in profit, that is a highly viable digital hustle. Let's switch gears a bit. Section 4, local hands-on ventures. So on one hand, you've got the tech-heavy, location-independent digital hustle, like dropshipping. But on the other hand, you have highly personal, relationship-driven, local businesses like non-medical senior home care. Both of these can easily be started for well under $2,000, but they cater to completely different entrepreneurial personalities. It really comes down to how you want to interact with your community. These specific hands-on ideas require absolutely zero advanced degrees, and you can get them running quickly right in your own neighborhood. We're talking non-medical senior care, helping folks with daily activities like shopping or going for walks, or becoming a vintage clothing reseller, using your eye for fashion to flip local thrift store finds online. You could even tap into your creative side with a candle making business. Fun fact, that can actually yield profits of 200 to 300% per candle. No way, right? Let's highlight the walking tour guide for a minute. If you live in a tourist-friendly area, this is such an empowering way to monetize your local knowledge. You just identify the demand in your area, create a really cool theme and itinerary, map out your route, and advertise on local tourism sites. You are literally turning your passion for your city's history and culture into a highly profitable, low-overhead operation that gets you outside and engaging with eager learners every single day.
Finally, Section 5, Launching Your First Business.
Here is the really great news. The bureaucratic barrier to entry for these ideas is incredibly low. While you definitely want to double-check with your local city or county clerk's office about zoning or sales tax permits, the vast majority of these under $2,000 businesses primarily just require a standard general business license. It's just a simple administrative step, not some giant insurmountable legal hurdle. Ultimately, as Warren Buffett beautifully points out, the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The most crucial resource you're investing isn't actually that $2,000. It's your own willingness to learn new skills. Whether you're taking a quick online course in virtual assistants, learning the nuances of dropshipping platforms, or mastering the craft of candle making, your education and your adaptability, that's your true startup capital. The data clearly shows us that the opportunities are absolutely there, and honestly, the barriers to entry have never been lower. So having seen the structure of freelance, digital, and local options, the real question isn't whether you have enough money to start. The question is, which of these fast-track paths will you take to earn your first dollar? What is holding you back from investing your first $2,000 today? Thank you for joining me for this explainer. Until next time, keep learning and keep building.